Hey guys, whenever I have some downtime, I like to sit around and think. Try and find things that I'm not doing, things that I'm not prepping, things that I don't have in storage, and figure that out and get them in storage. And I've done quite a few of these kind of boring videos over the years, and people really like them. They don't get a lot of views, but people like them because it gives people something to think about. It gives them something new. People tend to get a little bored just buying beans, buying rice, buying bullets, buying Band-Aids. They like to shake it up, and they like to have their preps be a little more well-rounded. So, while thinking today, I kind of realized it was that time where, I just had to kind of go out and get some new socks and underwear. So I decided I'm going to buy a couple extra pairs, or a couple extra packages, and put them away. Because they would be a really good thing to have if there were ever a long-term grid-down scenario. And it's not something I've ever done before. I don't keep unopened packages of socks or underwear, and I just kind of thought that's a handy thing. It's boring. It's not my usual thing. So what am I going to do? I'm going to start a new bin, and I've got a whole bunch of bins left over from when I moved. Probably about like 10 or 15 big huge bins laying around. So I'm going to start a new bin. I'm going to throw in a couple packages of socks and underwear. I might throw in a couple just like those cheap, like white Hanes t-shirts still in the package. Maybe some like sandals or something like that. Just some real basic clothing. And I'll throw a few things, whatever else I can fit in there, and just kind of seal the bin off and throw it out in the barn and forget about it. Because they'll be outside of my house, so if something ever happens to my house, I will have at least clean socks and clean underwear to change into. But the other thing I thought about was, I'm pretty well set up here, guys. I have, a very nice house. It's a very large house. I have a gigantic barn. It's literally 800 square foot of barn. And I'm hardly using any of that storage, because I can't use it for food. It's not heated, so I can't keep, food out there in the heat and the cold. So I'm trying to think of things I can put in there that won't, break the bank either. And I thought about this as not only is it something to be useful for me, but being I have this nice house with all this room, and I've got land and a garden and limitless water and all these farms around me, I have a lot of resources nearby me. This is a very ideal place to go. And shit hits the fan. This is New York. We don't get natural disasters here. We don't get hurricanes. We don't get tornadoes, really. We don't get earthquakes. Nothing really happens here. It's actually pretty boring. I'm very far away from any factories. No train tracks nearby. Nothing like that. So, there's no chemical plants. There's nothing that can really happen. It's really quite a safe location. So I thought, what happens if people were to come to my house? What if I had relatives showing up at my door with nothing but the clothes on their back? So I thought socks and underwear would be a nice, boring prep. And I just wanted to share it with you because you know what, guys? Some people really enjoy these videos because it makes them think. They have spaces in their house that they're not utilizing, and they're always trying to, as preppers, we're always looking at every little spot we can fill up with something. And for the people who have those spaces, this is a decent thing, to put in there, to have socks and underwear. If people show up, you can help clothe them. You can trade these things for things you need. Trust me, if you don't have socks, a good pair of socks, you'll trade something for it. So, yeah, it's not exciting, guys, but something to think of. If you got the space, you got someplace to keep, like I said, some outdoor storage that's not heated, you don't feel comfortable putting food in there, why not something like this? Why not some oddball thing you never thought of?